I had a lot of the younger generation reach out to me on social media or whatever the case may be, and they're like, "Wow, like, you're so beautiful, you're so confident, like, how does it feel to, like, always feel that way?" And I'm like, "Wait, whoa." Like, I am not showcasing the reality of, like, what my life is. Like,
Yeah.
I am not perfect. I am not always confident. I'm far from it. And I think there's this unrealistic expectation for whether it's athletes or celebrities or whoever, people of influence, that our life is perfect and dandy. And I wanted to my main initiative was to help that younger generation see that we have days where we leave practice and I am bawling. Like I am a hot mess. And there are other days where I am jumping here and there, like so excited that something clicked. There are days my hair looks half decent. There's days that it doesn't. Like it's just, that's part of what life is. And I
Yeah.
guess throughout the journey of trying to help these other athletes, ironically, it really helped myself. I didn't realize how edited I was in my life and how scary it was to be unedited. And that was physically, it was mentally, it was emotionally, it was all those things. So the more I tried to pour into the next generation, the more liberating it was for myself. So thank you to all those young athletes that really sparked something for me, to be able to kind of like level up, because I didn't realize along the journey, and this is still to this day, is like I was afraid of a lot of things. I didn't really necessarily believe in myself all the time. And being
Mm.
very authentic and transparent about where I stand allowed me to better understand who I am, what my strengths are, my areas for improvement, like all of those intricacies of my comfort in myself, so to speak.
When you do that kind of thing, when you realize like, "Oh, there's younger girls reaching out to me because they think I have it all together,"
I do
I
not.
maybe yeah, right. But I maybe should be more unedited, so to speak. How do you make that change? Because it's so ingrained in our culture to be, look a certain way, to do things a certain way, to think a certain way. How do you make that change? Because it's not a flip, right? It's a part of your hardwiring and how you grew up and what you were conditioned to and stuff like that. So how do you, evolve that way?
Yeah, it was honestly probably the scariest decision of my life to just start, whether that
Mm.
meant I took photos without makeup on or I did a quick story without really thinking about it and was like, "Hey, today's practice was crap. I did not like it. I did not feel good about myself." And I just like threw it out there. And I'm going to be completely honest, there was a lot of times where I posted things, I'm like, "Man, like people could be looking at me and thinking, wow, she really wants attention." Or whatever the case may be. And so there are a lot of questions I asked myself. And I was like, it's more worth it for me to be vulnerable than for these people to care or not care or judge me in these areas.
Yeah, and it's kinda erasing that validation, the worrying about what p other people think, and as an athlete, I feel like that is and correct me if I'm wrong, but that's something that you are constantly battling with, the opinions of analysts and coaches and fans, and you are always worried about, how can I perform and be my best self on the field, off the field, so that I don't have to hear everything else from everybody else, so for you to do that and make that a mission as an athlete, I think just it puts it on steroids, the purpose and the weight behind that mission. Um, I guess throughout that process, was there ever a point where you were like, "It's actually too much work to be unedited," and kinda wanna, like, revert back a little bit?
Oh, that's a deep question. No, I love it. I love it. Um, yeah, of course. It's scary to put yourself out there and you don't know how people are going to respond. A lot of people have responded very positively, which is amazing and I'm really thankful. But even that in itself is a lot of extra work because you want to talk to them and you want to engage with them and you want to help them. I'm a helper by nature. So how much can I have on my plate without being like burnt out or exhausted within that? But it's so fulfilling for myself selfishly. And then also seeing younger athletes saying like, wow, I'm allowed to like miss hit something. I'm allowed to not feel great and still show up to practice. Like these are normal things. Like just getting them comfortable with themselves.